No notice, but sometimes you got to do what we can do. I just happen to be shooting a house this morning. It's empty and it's vacant. That's why I can try to attempt a live tutorial. And these are not easy to do because if somebody was filming me, I could do this no problem. But really, it's not practical for me. So this will be also on my website, on my Facebook page, the Richbound Real Estate Photography website. So basically, I just want to see if this at all translates to informative and helpful to you all. So I'm going to walk around here and show you what I'm dealing with. Okay? So I've got let's see if I can get it all here. It's a 2-story. This is really tough because this is also not very wide lens. We have stairs up here. We have this main room. We have this kitchen in the background and through there. So we want to show the space up here. So if you look at my camera, I am set up. I'm going to shoot me setting this up. I'm set up with the camera up this high. Now normally I would not have it up this high. I would be down around. Gotta love the geared center column. I'd be down around here. But the problem is I don't want to use a tilt shift. I want to just get out of here, get in here and get out of here quick because it's a real simple shoot. But so I'm going to just raise my camera up about this high and it's going to show the second story. And I'll show you now what I'm seeing. I'm going to put this over here so you can see a little more of what I'm doing. Maybe this width can help you. Okay. So let's start off with what my camera is seeing. I am using a Sony a6000 and that has wireless remote on it. I can control the camera remotely, which is great. And so I have my iPad. And yes, it's my life-proof case with this. I've posted it a zillion times, but people always want to know. So anyway, here is the shot I'm going to be doing. Okay, ooh, get a little bit of shine. So we do see up into the second story. We see the dining room here. We can see it goes through to the kitchen. We can see the stairway. So it's kind of nice. These are the things. This isn't anything real fancy house, but it is what what we would show if we were showing this. So let me show you what I got here. All I'm going to use is a one light setup on this. And it's going to be my Godox AD600. And what I am doing is going to put this on quarter power. And I'm going to raise it up to about, about 3 feet below the ceiling. It's just out of camera range. So, and I don't see the ceiling where the light is. It's over here. Wait, no, it's behind me anyway. So I'm just going to bounce off the ceiling. The ceiling is curved, so it's really a really easy setup to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my ambient shot first. As I always talk about, the good thing about this, and let me show you here, let me see if I can, again, this is so difficult to do by myself, to try and film myself and shoot real estate at the same time. Anyway, so right here, I am not going to put a light in here. I could put a light in here. I could put a light down the hallway. I could put a light up top. I could put a light in that bedroom up there. But the thing is the way I'm going to shoot this now is just going to be with one light. And I'm going to combine the ambient shot, which is going to make sure on my faux pas, on my remote app, my Sony app, I'm going to make sure that I have proper exposure for all the different areas that I'm going to be seeing. I want to make sure that up there is exposed, up there is exposed, this hallway is exposed, This is exposed. And the other thing I'm probably going to do is to, let me see, I'm going to probably make sure I have exposure on the door, window above the door. And that's about it. I don't really have any kind of a view here. So anyway, let me go ahead and take this shot. So everybody asks me about my settings. So my camera's set to ISO 320, and I would go ISO 400, but I don't want to run my Sony a6000 any higher than 320. It's a great camera. It's a great camera for real estate. It sucks for ISO performance. So I keep it no higher than 320. With this light, I could actually run it down about 100, but I'm just so used to shooting at 320. So the next thing I'm going to do is look on my iPad. I can see that I have real-time exposure. So there's 1/30th of a second, and this has to do with the electronic viewfinder, okay, or live view. So I have 1/5 of a second, and here, oh, I'm looking at, let me see. Good, okay, 1/5 of a second. Looks like I have good exposure here, good exposure here, here. I may do a little darker exposure for the kitchen, but in general, I think my base ambient exposure will be 1/5 of a second. So let me shoot this. Make sure I turn off my triggers so my light doesn't go off. Get out of the way, and here we go. Very exciting stuff. Okay, so here is the ambient shot, and a lot of people ask me, what do I want in my ambient shot? Well, what I want in my ambient shot is to, hold on a second. What is going on? Oh, I see what I'm doing. Let me get my ambient shot up. Sorry. Okay. I want to just make sure I have proper illumination for the areas that I need it. So, oh, let me go back here. Gosh, this is so hard. So, God dang. Get the reflections. Anyway, so I've got good exposure everywhere I see. Now I'm going to do it at one stop slower so I have a little better exposure for the kitchen. So basically I'm just going to turn this down to 1/5, 1/3 of a second. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do 1/4 second. So let me get out of the way. 1/4 second. Okay. So I feel with these two bracketed images, I have my ammunition. I always call it ammunition. Just have what I need. And when I get home, I will be able to put together the photo that I want. I also say bracket. Don't be afraid to bracket ambient shots and lit shots. I could bracket 3 or 4 shots and it will take me 3 or 4 seconds. Bam, bam, bam. And I'm not doing auto bracketing because I never do auto bracketing. I just bracket to what I need. Okay? Now, the next shot I'm going to do is the lit exposure. And let me see here. Let me see the live view. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to bring this up to, I'm going to start at 1/10 of a second. That's not bad. I'm going to do a 1/13 of a second. And I'm going to put my AD600 on 1/4 power. It is 1/4 power now. And I'm just going to do my lit shot with some ambient in there. So, I mean, a 1/13 of a second is not extremely long, but let me try. Let's see how we go. Okay, you can see here that that's my flash exposure. And I will show you, I could probably do this at home too, to show you how these turn out. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on editing these photos. But this is actually a really good flash exposure because I've got crispness in the foreground. That's what I'm really worried about. That's what I want to really do it for. I'm going to do one more, a little faster shutter speed to eliminate the ambient. And I'm going to go, here's what it will look like ambient, 1/30th of a second. I'm going to light this at the same 1/4 power flash with the AD600. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, so remember, I'm just using this for the foreground. These backgrounds will be ambient and in the hallway over there. Oh, you can't see it. So this is going to look pretty good. And I'm going to do one more so I can get that exposed in the background. But I'm going to do For you, I'm going to do my window exposure. So let me just, because I don't want to get my other lights right now, I'm just going to bring my, and I can actually do this in front of you because I'm not going to use this part in my shot. So I'm going to take my AD600 and I'm going to point it at the window. I'm going to lower the power down to 16th. I can't even see needing 16th. So let me raise my shutter speed up to when I've got good exposure out the window. Okay, and as you can see here, everything else is really underexposed, but I have good exposure here. You can't see it in this picture. So let me shoot this. Okay, let's see how it looks. Let me bring this up just a little bit to 1/8 of a power. So you could see that one is an okay window pull. And I don't even need to do that, but I'm doing it anyway. So I'm going to do it just a little more power with the flash. Okay, let's look at that. There we go. So the frame of the door is overexposed, so I can just mask that in, no problem. Okay, we got that shot. I feel confident. I got the shot. I got about 3 ambient shots, 2 or 3 ambient shots, and I got 2 or 3 lit shots. So that's more than enough. So let me see where I'm going to go next. I've done another angle from the doorway, and as I usually do, I'm going to do 3 angles in this living room. One thing I want to get is I actually will do 4 because I'm not going to shoot a lot of this house. There's not a lot to shoot, and I want to make sure that I get, this is a big feature, I want to make sure I get the fireplace, of course. I like the stairway here, and I'm going to do the other angle so I can see the view with the fireplace. So I'm going to do 4 shots of this living area because there's not much else to shoot in this house. Normally I might only do 2, maybe 3. I have never been shy of shooting a lot of shots. Part of the things my customers like is that I do supply at least 25, but I usually supply 30 or so shots. So let me see about setting this up. Okay, so what I do again with my remote here, I'm just going to see, I can look at everything. I can see what I'm doing, and I'll tell you, and personally, is if you're shooting without being tethered, I like being tethered. Really big deal. So I'm going to look here, and I'm going to adjust my geared head over here, which we've had many debates on, geared head or non-geared head. I'm going to make sure that I have it level because I have a bubble level on my clamp, my head clamp. We're level there. I'm going to turn off my radio trigger. I'm going to put this bad boy right here. Now this is, I will say this is overkill, this 8600, but I will also say it's sure nice to have. And the thing I like about it is it's all remotely, I can adjust it remotely from my Godox XT32 trigger. So I can, everything's on the same thing. So, okay, so let me look around here. You can see now what my shot's going to be. And again, I apologize for the crappy photography, and it's tough to do. Anyway, so I've got my camera set up. I've got my trigger off, so I'm going to, and again, this is a basic real estate tutorial. And all of my stuff when I go live is pretty basic because it's hard to get more involved. So anyway, I've got my AD600 I've got it about 4 feet below the ceiling. I can raise it up to about 3 feet. That's why I like having a 12-foot stand because I just get it way up there. And I'm not into holding my light up there. The AD600 is just too heavy for me. I could do it, but my shoulders get tired. So I'm going to start off, and I'm going to show you. Let me move this over here a little bit. And again, for all of you just starting out, and I say that liberally, yeah, I say it with, a little loose, I think. We, but we real estate photographers tend to shoot pointed straight up. We don't use modifiers. We sometimes use umbrellas. Don't use soft boxes, really. Don't use, oh boy, we don't use much. We don't do direct flash. We do it bouncing straight up. Now, this ceiling is pointed down this way. So if I go straight up with my light, the angle of incidence is going to hit here and it's going to bounce the light forward. So the only issue would be is I do have a ceiling fan up here, but it's not an issue really here. But with an angled ceiling, your light is going to be then coming off your reflection. So your light in fact will be going forward, which may cause shadows. But you can always play around. I really recommend get in a location, move your flash up, down, forward, back, see what works for you, see what you get. The combination of whatever you do gives you the desired results. And when you get experience and do it a lot, you'll start to know it. I mean, I could have shot these 4 shots in about 3 minutes. Bam, bam, bam. I would have taken 6 shots for every shot, for every final shot. And then to edit it, it's going to take me about a minute per image to edit, maybe 2. These are really simple. I do these all day long, and you too will understand this, or you probably do, but it's pretty simple to do. These are also white ceilings, white walls. It's an overcast day. Man, I'm in hog heaven. This is about as easy as it gets. No super light streaming in. It's all flat. No problem. I really like it. So this shot, I've got my, you can see now. God darn, I don't know if you can see it because of the reflection. But here I go. Okay, I'm going to, I like the composition. I'm just cutting off, I'm getting a little bit of the right wall, a little bit of the wall on the left, but I'm going to probably crop within that. I've got my camera and I've got the bubble level right here on the clamp so I can see my camera's level. I don't believe in turning on your in-camera level, although this does not have it, but my Nikons do. I don't believe having a bubble level anywhere else. I have a really right stuff clamp that has a bubble in it, and the bubble is right on 98% of the time. I also don't have to go back here if I was in a wall. If there was a wall here, I couldn't see my in-camera level, or I couldn't see to level it up in the viewfinder. So I can just look from over here and see that my bubble is where I want it to be. I can also look from, if it wasn't this high, I could just look over the camera and set my level of my camera. So I kind of tell you, this clamp is about 120 bucks, but man, it is well worth it in my opinion. Really Right Stuff is great, and it is just, I love it every single day I use it. I love my whole setup every day, but I love the bubble level. So let me go ahead. This first shot, I'm going to, you probably really can't see it well. I'm going to go a little overexposed, and I can also see the histogram in my screen. And if you don't know what a histogram is, learn a histogram. Learn how to use it and love it, and you need to know a histogram. But I'm just going a little bit overexposed, so I'm at ISO 320 again. F8, I'm sorry I didn't add in earlier, I'm at F8, and I'm going 1/5 of a second. 0.5, okay? So let me make sure my flash is off, get my ambient shot, okay? Here we go, that's the ambient shot. Next shot I'm gonna do is to go just 1 stop slower. Okay, so I get a little darker shot. I don't think I'll use that one. Let me turn on my camera, my light. I've got it faced straight up. It's about 3 feet below the ceiling. I'm going to go at, let me see, I'm going to go at 1/20th of a second, which should give me a good shot. Let's see how that looks. Let me see. Beautiful. I am getting a little bit of that ceiling fan shadow I mentioned down in there. That's because my light is coming forward because of the slanted ceiling. But I can take that out with the ambient shot, and it'll be no problem. I'm not even going to worry about it. So I got a nice, crisp, clean shot for my lit shot, and I've got a nice ambient shot for my ambient. 2 workable shots, I know I have, and I'm good to go. Let me see, I might have some questions. Not sure if it is no volume on 2 devices. Restarted. Oh, okay, so Stephen, I don't know what to tell you. It seems to be fine. What's up, David? Hey, man, how are you? Okay, so I'm going to do one more angle of this shot, and I will show you what I'm doing. The thing is, though, I'm going to probably only do this one reel right now because, honestly, I do got to get out of here. And anyway, let's see what we see in this angle. And for me, what I want to see in this angle, you kind of can see, it's hard to see this room. It's a pretty big room. I want to see the fireplace, okay, right there. And I want to see the windows and how they work together, okay? So I'm just going to put this over here just for a minute. Okay, here we go. Let me raise this up a little bit. If you got any questions, put them out there because I still have a minute to answer questions. I'm going to put this light over here. Okay, and again, I'm about 4 feet below the ceiling. I'm about 4 feet below the ceiling. I'm at quarter power with this AD600. So it's a pretty powerful light. It's probably the equivalent of 6 speed lights. I'd say 5 or 6 speed lights, similar to an N flash, and really like it because it works with my triggers and everything else. So we can see there we've got a big area up here, pretty big room. Okay, so let me. I'm going to have to bring the camera back here because I got to shoot this and I can't have a camera in the shot. So, let's see now. And there's my other lights just standing by, but I'm not going to need them right now. That 8600 is working pretty good today. That's making me pretty happy. So, let's go here. Okay, and let's show you the back of the camera now. Put the camera in the bathroom. This is freaking crazy. I'll tell you, man, I gotta hire somebody to come out. Who wants to come out and film me? There we go. Okay. I've never come out of the closet. I'm coming out of the bathroom. Anyway, let's, okay, so you can see the camera now. Let me move it a little closer. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. So I'm going to turn off my flash. I'm going to make sure my bubble level. And if you want to see this bubble level, I'll take this off of here now. If you want to see this bubble level, it's right there. Really right stuff lever clamp on the B and the Manfrotto 405. There's the XT32 trigger. It's the angled trigger, so it's easier to see than the X1 Godox trigger. And it works great, and I'm really stoked. Anyway, here we go. Let me set the, now look at the histogram here. Hold on a second. Okay. I don't know if you can see the histogram. Let's try this. Okay. So here's the histogram, and look at it. It's a little below the middle. So I'm going here, and I'm going to get my ambient exposure. I'm going to try 1/4 of a second. Okay, one thing I want to do is to show a little more right here. And actually, I'm going to go back just a little bit because I want to get a little wider. I apologize, Wayne and all those other guys shooting too wide. Bad talk. Shouldn't be doing this for society, man. Okay, I'm going to lower my camera down just a little bit, because I can still now see the ceiling fan up there. Let's see. Where are we? I'm not even gonna comment on this, man. This is the worst production value on earth. Okay, so level, I've got my exposure set at 0.4 of a second, and my flash is off. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm just going to take the one ambient exposure, and then I'm going to take my lit exposure at 1/15 of a second, which is giving me a good window shot, because again, it's overcast and there is no problem out there. So I'm going to do my flash AD600 at quarter power. And let's see how we got here. Hey, there we go. Okay. There's the shot. Okay. And then there's the ambient shot. So you can see the ambient and the lit. And let's see, did I get any ceiling fan shadow? No ceiling fan shadow. So, take you here. And real quick, guys, do you want me to do one more room? Let me see, I've got some questions. David Deadwilder is asking me, why the 600 versus the 360? I think you have. Similar size, just have extra power. What it is I've just got the 600 here because when I go into a building with 2 stories like this, I bring the 600 in and I put it up way high. You can see it over there. And I don't have to worry about it. It's mainly, I bring it in, I've got it. I could easily use my Streetlight 360. I could easily use a speed light in this today. I wouldn't, well, I may want a little more power. I may use 2 speed lights. So that's why I do it, because I've got it, man, just no problem. And it works great on a 12-foot stand. That's a 12-foot B&H stand, impact stand. I've had that stand for 10 years. It's my first stand I bought from B&H. Beautiful, still works fine. That's why you buy good equipment, and it's not even that good. I mean, it was like 60, 70 bucks. So it lasts forever, but you buy good equipment and it lasts forever. Hey, what's up from Scotland? Victor Vass. Dude, Scotland rocks. Okay, I'm not even going to try a Scottish accent because that sounds stupid. Someone give me a thumbs up right now. Do you want me to do one more room, or have you had enough of this? And please let me know. I've only got 6 people watching this, and that's okay. I'm happy. I've got 7 people watching this. So give me a little sign. Put in something that says, yeah, man, do one more room. If not, I'm just going to continue on my way. So what I want to do now is I've got, okay, you know what? I'll do this kitchen too. Okay, so I have a basic kitchen, and we all have these. It's little. It doesn't need much. I would not use the AT600 here. Don't worry, David. It is just too much for this little room. So I'm going to put my camera here. And by the way, I set it up in portrait orientation because it's easier to see high and low with this camera. It's not very wide when I'm shooting this video. One day, maybe next year, I'll get a nice video camera. Maybe next year I'll get someone to come out with me and photograph. Maybe Martin Beebe will come out, my buddy. Anyway, so I'm trying to keep this simple. So let me come right here, get my, okay. And just so people know that I don't always use the big lights. You don't need big lights. I'm going to use this. Now don't worry, this lamp is not going to be here. I had it in the other room. I didn't want it. This is a vacant house, so there's no lights in it. So they brought this in. Anyway, put it down. Okay. So I'm going to set up the shot, and you guys just hang out and see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to come back just slightly. Gotta love empty houses, huh? They can be tougher than houses that are furnished. So I'm going to use 2 lights here. Just because. So back here, in this dining room back here, I'm going to use my Streetlight 360 because I've got it. Normally I would probably use a second speed light, but this is what I have, so I'm going to use it. Okay, let me see. I'm set up on B. Make sure your channels are correct. And I'm just going to use this light. It's my Zoom TTL, $149. It's lithium ion, which is really cool. Everybody raves about it. I like it because you don't have any AA batteries, way fast recycle time, and lasts forever. Man, it's you could easily do 2-3 houses with a single one. So get my light straight, bring up my stand, and I'm going to do light on a stick here. So I'm going to keep this right here. The reason for my 360 here is because you can see I'm going to put my, oh God, it's hard to figure this out, how to do it in a few people. Okay, let me come here. I've got to light up this area here in front, because the light I'm going to use on a stick, I'm going to put it out like here. Let me make this a little longer. Let me see. So I just have to look and make sure that it's not in the shot. So I can put it all the way out to here, okay? I can put it out to here, as you see, so I can get the light further out. But this light then will not be illuminating this area here. So I'm going to have the AD600, the Streetlight 360 to do that. So I'm going to set this, I'm turning off my AD600. I'm going and putting my street light on 16th power. Street light is about 3 times stronger, maybe 4 times, maybe 5 times. I think it's between 3 and 4 times stronger than a speed light. And the AD600 is twice as strong as, or 1.5 times or twice as strong as the street light. So you have your variances. So I got all the power I can need, got no problem. Checking my alignment, and I'm going to set my flash point R2, no, Zoom lithium ion. God, I'm getting confused with these names and numbers. So I'm going to go to my A channel, and I'm going to bring it up to, I'm going to do half power here, maybe quarter power. Okay, so I've got that all set up, but I'm turning off my transmitter, and I'm going to do my ambient shot for here. I'm going to get, you think you can see, I'm going to get quarter power, okay? So I've got really good exposure on that, more than enough exposure. So I'm going to shoot this, quarter power. I've also got the lights on in the kitchen. It doesn't bother me. It's not throwing off a terrible, terrible cast. But, let me see, I'm going to do 1 stop slower, 1/8. And I'm going to do my lit shot now, which I'm going to do at, let's see, 1/20th? 1/25th. Okay. So now, I'm looking here, I want to make sure my flash does not get in the shot. Let's turn on our flash. So I have a street light behind me, lighting up this portion of it. And I'm going to have this one right here. And there we go, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to need a little more power with this. Hold on a second. I'm changing the zoom on my flash to 20. And I don't think this is enough exposure. Yeah, I need a little more on my, I'm going to go full power there on the speed light. Group 2, let's go to group B, and I'm going to turn my street light up to 8 power. Okay, so let's try this again. 1, 2, 1, back to the trigger, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, one more trick I'm going to do then, because this isn't really giving me the light I want. I'm going to actually just come in here, and I'm going to have my flash in the shot, but I'm going to mask it out. I won't be using it, so let's try that. Okay, I might need even more power. This is not giving me what I want. Oh, I know what's the problem. I'm on TTL. Okay, always check your settings. Let's go manual. Manual. Okay, full power. Here we go. Sorry about that. That's why I wasn't getting enough power. Let's try it again. There we go. Much more power. Oh, now I can go back to where I was. Going to put the light in here, and there we go. Little bright. Hold on, let me get it back there. Little bright, but you can see. And the nice thing is, my flash is right up in there, but you don't see it because I have held it out here, like light on a stick, but I don't point it straight, I just point it out there. So I put it right here, and that's enough light. So what I want to do is, I actually have too much light, and my background there, this area is really good too. So I'm just going to go back to channel A, and I'm going to bring this down to a half power. Let's see this now. Okay, try this. Oh, much better. Wait, I got my flash in there, so I'm just going to bring it up slightly. There we go. Okay, I'm good to go. So, I'm going to leave you now and just say I've had way too much fun. I got to shoot this puppy, get out. Anyway, I don't get anybody else with any comments, so hope you've enjoyed this. Hope I've taught you something. Send me questions. You can add on the questions here, and I'll be checking them and hopefully replying to you. But hope this helps you, especially the basic people that are just learning. See a little bit of where I put my flashes, how I do it. I also want to show you, I can even with the streak light 360, I can do light on a stick. So, you know, I can do one-handed too. It's not that difficult. So I can get that out there if I needed it. And, but I don't need it. So anyway, take it easy. You know, subscribe to my YouTube channel. My connection is weak. Talk to you later, guys. Bye. Rich Baum with Rich Baum Photography, Sacramento, California, coming from Elk Grove, California today. Bye.